Are you going around in circles? Does it feel like nothing ever changes? Do you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result? This is the thing. Nothing will ever change if you never change. It's time to evolve or repeat. And the only way we do that is by doing something different. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach. I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse, and I also offer twin flame and spiritual guidance. This is the thing. We keep doing the same thing over and over again and nothing changes. I wonder fucking why. Because we keep repeating cycles that cannot be repeated. We're following a tradition. We're following, I started this video the other day, and my recording was cut off in between, so I'm kind of finishing it off now because I have more to say. This is the thing. We're literally doing what everyone else did. We're following the same people off the same cliff. We're following the same traditions over and over again, and we're not getting any different. We're not changing. We're not evolving. We're staying stuck, and we question why. Because you're refusing to change. And I'm sorry, like, people, this is the part that I really want to speak about. This fucking phrase, and I've done a video on this before, this phrase, "I was born this way," is bullshit. We keep saying I can't change. I don't have the ability to change. Like, my parents didn't change, so how can I change? Jesus, we're born blank slates. You were not born this way. We can change our reality. We can change our system. We can change our behaviors. We can unlearn things. This is the thing. You were not, like, for example, we have this thing in Ireland. I was born in Ireland, so I was born a drinker. No, you fucking weren't. You learned that behavior. I used to say that I was conceived with Jameson in my blood, so therefore I will always drink Jameson. I do not drink anymore. I'm a non-drinker. Do you know what I mean? Like, we keep saying I'm my father's daughter, or whatever, and it's just like, no, you're fucking not. You're born an unconditionally loving blank human being. You learn the behavior around you. You can unlearn it. You know what I mean? I wasn't born with toxic masculine traits. I learned toxic masculine traits, and then I unlearned them. I wasn't born a drinker or a smoker or someone who took drugs. I learned that behavior, so I unlearned it. We need to start remembering that we're not what we think we are. And if we continue to go down the same routes everyone else has gone down, we're not going to get anywhere. We're not going to evolve. And, we're sick and tired of always being sick and tired, but you're sick and tired because you're not evolving. You're literally living on the sidelines of your own life and watching it go by. You know what I mean? You're literally wasting your life following the sheep off the fucking cliff, following old traditions, following the patriarchal system that was fucking toxic. This is the thing, like, we're not breaking, like, I mentioned this in the last video, we're afraid to break traditions. Oh my God. Oh, it doesn't work anymore. We are evolving the whole world is evolving. You know what I mean? And if you keep doing outdated systems, outdated beliefs, outdated ways, you're not gonna evolve. You're gonna stay stuck. You're gonna go around in circles. You're gonna go on the same hamster wheel over and over again, and nothing is ever gonna evolve. And I'm sick of this. I'm sick of people doing things the same fucking way. Like, you're unique in yourself. You can change things. It's our differences that make us special. You know what I mean? It's our differences that make us unique. We can really bring something special to the table. Like, if you're in any kind of a group or anything like that, like, your ideas matter. Your ideas, a lot of the time we're sitting there and we're like, I'm not going to say anything because they're going to take the piss out of me. Do you know what I mean? They're going to think I'm weird, because this is different. But if your process can actually change things, it's a simple thing. And I mentioned this in the last video. Companies for years upon years upon years have been doing the same thing over and over and over again. But now that we're evolving into social media, they're not evolving with it. And then they're fucking going bankrupt, or they're losing business because they're not adjusting or pivoting with the times. And this is the thing. You know what I mean? You cannot change the planet you cannot change things for humanity if you don't change yourself. And you're actually refusing to change. I'm so sick of hearing people saying, I can't change. If you say you can't, you're effectively saying you won't. Everyone has the ability to unlearn the stuff that they learned and learn new behaviors. This is it. You have to realize this. You were not born this way. You learned this shit. and you can unlearn it. As a child, we are sponges to our environment. We learn what we are supposed to learn. So we're learning our parents and our ancestors toxic fucking, toxic traits. If you look back and say, oh my God, I know they knew no different, but we have to break that cycle. We're here to break the cycle. We're here to evolve with the times. And we keep saying, oh, if they can't do it, our parents didn't have the tools that we do. We have the world of knowledge and the world of healing at our fingertips. And yet we're sitting there doom scrolling. And we're sitting there repeating the same cycles over and over again. And we wonder why. Because you're not fucking learning. You have an encyclopedia in your hand. Right now you're looking at an encyclopedia. Years ago, your parents might have had to pull out the big massive encyclopedia, or you'd have to go to the library to learn anything. And now we've got the world of knowledge at our fingertips, and we're choosing not to evolve. No wonder the world is getting more stupid. I'm sorry, and I hate saying that fucking word. But, if you don't use your brain, if you don't evolve with the times, you're just going to end up going backwards. That monkey mind energy, you're literally a sheep following other sheep. You know what I mean? Use your phone for something good. Use it to heal. Use it to evolve. Use it to grow. Use it to unlearn behaviors and learn new ones. Use it to change. This is what we're here for. Stop following ask yourself this. Is it working for you to do what everyone else does? Are you happy? Are you evolving? Is your life changing? Or are you repeating the same cycle over and over and over again? Are you avoiding yourself and your healing? What are you doing to avoid it? Are you constantly busy, constantly working, constantly afraid to sit down for 5 minutes because you think you're going to have to do some inner work? This is what it is. We're running around like busy, off the same fucking cliff, avoiding everything within us. And that's where the answers lie. Not only do you have the world of knowledge at your fingertips, we are the world of knowledge. We've forgotten how intelligent and how powerful we really are. And because we're so busy doing what everyone else fucking does, we're forgetting that we're not remembering what we can do. We're not remembering how powerful we are. And that's what it is. We don't learn this stuff. Well, what we have to do, we're conditioned for so long, for generations. And we have to unlearn that conditioning to remember what we were at a core level, a core soul level, who we really are, how strong we really are. You know what I mean? We have so much potential and so much power. But if we continue to do what the fucking false system, the lies, the patriarchy, all that shit has told us to fucking do, we're never ever going to master ourselves or master living effectively. We're here for purpose and we're here for more. But if you continue to do the same things that everyone else always did, you're never going to break out of that cycle. And you're literally going to die miserable and alone because you're doing what everyone else does. And this is another thing, people don't expand. We're I've seen this, I do this. You're concentrating all your stuff on one thing and you're not expanding your knowledge. You get to the end of your life and you say, oh, well, I did this thing, this one thing. I didn't have time for love, or I didn't have time to evolve because I did this one thing all the time and it consumed my life. It's like being in a cult within a cult. You're in a matrix within a matrix because you're following a system that doesn't work. You're following a control system that doesn't work. You're being controlled by other people. You're following the rules of other people and you're refusing to evolve. You're refusing to go out on your own. You're refusing to follow your own guidance. And that's what it is. You're refusing to literally change. And that's what's happening. People think they can change, but yes, you can. Everyone can change. We can unlearn behavior and then learn new things. This is it. So if you keep saying I was born this way, that's going to be the truth. Because what we say to ourselves is fact. And if we continue to say to ourselves, I can't change, this is the Henry Ford quote. I hope I say this right. If you say you can or you can't, you're right. So if you say you can, you're right. If you say you can't, you're also right. Because you're actually going to you're going to believe and do what you say in your mind. So if you say you can't change, then you're going to live a life where you will not be able to change. But when you know that you can change and follow the road of change, then you will evolve. This is what it's all about. So it's a choice, people. Evolve or repeat. And if you're sick to the teeth of going through the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over again, then ask yourself, what can I do today? What can I do to change? What can I do to not follow a trend that no longer works for us? What can I do to break out of a system that is fucking toxic? What can I do to lead and create and lead a new path? And that's what it's all about. Break out of the box, think outside the box. You know what I mean? We're here to change, we're here to evolve and not repeat. And it's down to you. Are you going to continue down the same road, get to the end of this life with fucking regret because you did it their way? It's time to do it your way. It's time to evolve. You are not born a certain way. You get to evolve into who you were always supposed to be. And that's your choice. Stay the same or change. Stay the same or evolve. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share. And please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you'd like help on your journey, please book me for a free discovery call today. And nothing more than to help in a path. Also, I'm hosting a free feminine empowerment workshop next week. I think it's next week, the 10th of December at 6 p.m. Ireland UK time, for us ladies to get together and support each other. If you want information about that, please comment below. I also have another channel called Aligning with Angie, where I share a guided meditation every week. If you want info for that, that's in the description box.